Guilt and shame will keep you in cycles forever. And you have to stop feeling guilty for choosing you. You have to stop feeling guilty for making certain decisions. If those decisions include leaving people behind, if those decisions include um, not picking things that other people want for your life, um, such as if your parents are telling you to pursue college and you know in your heart that you do not want to pursue college and you want to go a different route, you have to learn to not feel so guilty for not picking what your parents want. If you're trying to pursue a certain career and you feel guilty that you're not going to spend time with certain people anymore because you're going to be so busy with work, you have to stop feeling guilty for that. If God is calling something on you, you cannot feel so shameful and guilty that you decide to let it go just to people please. If you want to move away and you start feeling guilty that you're not going to see your family as much, or they're going to miss you, or they can't move with you and they're not going to build this life, this better life with you, you're never going to move on. You're never going to grow because you're going to continue to people please and continue to want to save everybody. People have their own path in life. Just because you want to move away, just because you want to pursue a certain career, certain area in life, doesn't mean these people want to do that. Which is why they try to stop you, which is why they don't want you to pursue it, because they don't understand why you're pursuing it, because it's not their dream. It's not what God called them to do. But that doesn't mean you sit around and you feel guilty and you say, you know what, I guess I won't pick that. I guess I'll just sit around and allow people to live my life. No, you have to get up and stop feeling guilty for deciding the things that God told you to decide. God called it onto you. Do you understand what that means? That means that it's God or godly ordained. That God said to do it. It is obedience to God. The more that you don't do it and you people please, you're putting people before God. You're making people your idols because you're worshiping them. You're worshiping the floor that they walk on, saying, you know what, if my mom don't want me to do this, I'm not going to do it. If the people around me don't like my partner, I'm not going to be with that person. You have to stop people pleasing because you're gonna it's gonna be a forever guilt trip, and you're gonna never live your life. You're gonna never live how God wants you to live because you're so guilty and shameful that you're gonna miss out on people, or people are gonna hate you for the decisions you make. They're gonna hate the lifestyle that you're deciding to live. Do you understand that choosing you saves everybody? They might not see it right now. They're not supposed to see it right now. That's where faith comes in. Because it's to teach you a lesson of like, okay, if they don't see it right now, are you going to continue to pick what they want? Or are you going to go in the direct... Oh, telebeshi. Are you going to continue to go down their route? Or are you going to continue to go in the route that God wants you to go down? Which eventually those people will understand, and they will thank you for putting yourself first. And they will congratulate you for putting yourself first. And say, I'm sorry that I didn't understand. Now I see. People cannot see the vision. You can. You see your vision. People are not in your head, they're not in your soul, they don't feel what God is calling on you. So of course they're going to try to stop the plans that God has for you. They cannot see what you see. Which is why you have to move in the direction God wants you to no matter what. You have to move by faith and not by fear that you're making the wrong decision just because your family says it, just because people around you say it. If you feel it on your heart and you feel it in your spirit and your soul, you have to move in that direction without feeling guilty and shameful. Guilt and shame doesn't come from God. It comes from the devil. If you feel guilty for setting boundaries, you need to set those boundaries. If you feel shameful for saying no, you need to say no. Stop feeling so guilty. Stop people pleasing. It's enough. Enough is enough. I don't know who needs to hear that, but this is some tough love. Stop feeling so guilty. Because I'm pretty sure, I promise you, the people around you will not feel guilty for deciding what they decide. And even if they do feel guilty, that's not you. You don't have to feel that way just because they feel that way and they people please and they continue to make bad choices because everybody else tells them to. No. Move in the direction God wants you to. That's it. You don't have to explain nothing to nobody.